guys, it's Cindy Byer here for your Get Hammered workout of the day. So this week, if you haven't been joining me, we are working out with some hammers. You can do anything from these regular type of hammers to rubber mallets to even, let's see, small hand weights like about a pound each. I mean, these hammers, this hammer here is like, I think like 16 ounces or something like that. Or you can do today's workout completely, 100%, all without anything in your hand. So you can just do it like on the floor and things like that. I'm just bringing my notes a little bit closer so that I can make sure that I stay on track for you. In any case, so today is an amazing, incredible workout in which we're going to work deep into the core muscles. Some of it will pull in a little bit of Pilates and pull in a little bit of yoga, but you're sure to get an amazing workout. So make sure you join me on the floor and on the mat. Grab your hammers and let's get going. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the end of our mat, and we're going to take our hammers and bring them out in front of us toward the opposite end of the mat from here. Place our hands just right on them, and you're going to lift your bottom into the air. My heels will stay lifted for right now, and I'm going to fold in half. So if you are a yoga person, you'll think of it like downward dog. If you're in Pilates, you'll think of it like an elephant, but it's all the same thing. Then from here, you're going to lean forward like you're going into a plank, but you're going to take this back leg and then swing it forward, all right? Then it's going to come back, take the other leg and swing it forward and come back. We're just going to warm that up for just a moment. Our hands are just placed gently right on top of the hammers right here. Very good, and come forward. Now, step forward and hold this position. Drop that back knee down, and then lift your hammers up. What the hammers are going to do is they're going to add a little bit of weight and resistance into the workout that you're doing. So we're going to keep that stretch going. We're going to reach that back hip forward, and both arms are going to come forward with us here, and then we're going to come back. If you want a little extra stretch into the back of your hamstring of the leg that's forward, feel free to lean forward and down if you'd like. You don't have to. For me, right now, I'm not going to. I'm just going to come back, and then my arms are going to come forward. Now, from here, I'm going to take one arm, I'm going to lift it towards the ceiling and arch my back, and then I'm going to come back from here. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to lean forward. This arm is just reaching in front of me. It can rest down on my knee if I need it to. Then I'm going to bring that arm up. As my hips go further forward, I'm going to extend my spine a little bit and come back from here. I hope you guys are enjoying all of the Get Hammered workout series, as well as all of the other workouts that are all uploaded now onto YouTube. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you do that at some point in time. Good. And back down from here. We're going to add a into this. So we're going to go here, and then after we extend, we're going to come back down, and then we're going to rotate to the side here and come to the center. This time as I rotate, I'm actually going to straighten my front leg out, and then I'm going to come back to the center. This arm is just kind of reaching here. I'm going to rotate back. It will get harder, so for those of you who are looking for something a little bit more intense, don't worry, it's about to come. So stick around with me here. Very good. And then come forward. One more. Extend up. Come back down. And open to the side and back. Place the hammers down. Switch legs. So the other leg is going to come forward and in. It can go to the outside of that body if you want to. Drop the opposite knee down and come up like so. Bring the arms right in front of you. Take your hip and reach it forward with both arms here. And then release back. Again, you can add in a little bit more of a stretch right into the back of your leg if you want to by just folding in half a little bit. The weight of the hammers, what they're going to do is provide a little bit more of a pull in that process. You might be tight enough that you don't necessarily need that extra weight. All right, now from here, what you're going to do is take this outside arm, reach it to the ceiling as I push my hip further forward and extend my spine. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to push my chest forward, lift my arm up, extend backwards. The hammer is providing some extra leverage and extra weight to push me back and over allowing me to get a little bit more open in my chest than I would otherwise. We're going to add a rotation into this. So I'm going to come forward. And right now I'm just going to turn to the side here. Then come back to the center and release back. I'm going to add that in to our mix. So I'm going to extend up and over. I'm going to come back down. And then I'm going to press back as I turn and rotate to the side and come back forward. I'm going to lift a little higher, pushing my chest higher, extending my spine, coming back here, and then reaching back in my rotation. And let's just do one more here, because I know you're anxious to get a little bit harder of a workout here. Place both hammers down. Bring that leg back into a plank position, and then drop both knees down from here. If you need a break, feel free to take one at any time. I'm really glad that you guys have been joining me for like the last three months or so. And I appreciate all of your feedback and all of your contributions on additional material that you would like to see. I have a lot of material that I've already planned out, probably through midsummer now. So if you have any questions on any of the moves we do, or about your own personal self and things that you would like me to address or work on, make sure you comment somewhere, whether it's at the bottom of the Facebook Live or even back onto the YouTube, or privately, if you'd like to, you can do that into a messenger. Go ahead and come back down from here. I was giving those of you who needed a break, a small break. We're going to come into a short plank position, which means that your knees are going to stay bent for right now. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take one arm, and you're going to hold the hammer. Again, if it's too heavy, if you hold at the end, you can hold somewhere in the middle. What you're going to do from here is just reach that arm forward in front of you. Your other leg is going to reach up and back. So it's an opposite arm and opposite leg. Then you're going to come back down. Do that again, same side that you just did. The arm is going to come up, trying to bring the hammer up as high as your shoulder, and bring your foot up as high as your glutes. Good, and come back down. Of course, if your glutes are really nice and rounded, your leg might not be able to go as high, or it might go higher, and it's just all up to you, right? You just want to kind of make sure the leg is lifted as much as you can comfortably bring it. If it can't get that high, that's perfectly okay. So now, reach and hold here. Now, here comes some coordination. We're going to bend the elbow and the leg at the same time, and then reach back out. And you're going to bend the elbow back and the knee at the same time, and reach. We're challenging the rotation of your spine. What we're doing is we're telling the body, kick the muscles on that intertwine and interweave around the vertebrae to keep you from falling to one side or another. And we're saying, you need to stay strong and stable. Good. Come back down. We're going to do that same move on the other side. So first we're going to take the arm and reach it straight. Then we're going to take the opposite leg and reach it out as well. Holding it here, and then coming back down and reaching. If you're just coming in and joining me, you'll know and you'll see that every part of everything I do is always a progression, right? It starts with what seems somewhat simple, and then it eventually progresses into what, whoa, it's kind of stupid that it becomes that hard so quick. Hold here. Elbow bends, knee bends, reach, elbow bends, knee bends, and reach. Try 3 more, elbow bends and knee bends, and reach. 1 more, bend the elbow and the knee, and reach, and come back down. We're going to add something else in on the other side. What's going to happen is my arm is going to go out, my leg is going to go out with the hammer in my hand, and I'm going to pull my arm and my knee down and underneath my body here, and reach out. Do it a couple of times right now without the hammer in the hand so you can get that feel. Because I'll tell you, as soon as you pick that hammer up, here's the funny part. When I was practicing and I was trying to come up with workout stuff for this, I kept falling over the first time I did this. So if you fall over, don't think it's just you. It was totally me. I just kept falling over. I couldn't find my balance on it. So I knew it was a good challenge. So you're going to reach the arm and leg out from here. Then you're going to bring the knee and the hammer towards each other, and then reach back out. The hammer and the knee come towards each other, and then you reach back out. 1 more here, and reach back out. Bring the hammer and the knee back down. Going to the other side again, arm and leg first, and then down without the hammer. One more. Again, if you don't have a hammer, don't worry. You can just do this without and still get an incredible amount of challenge to your body. You're going to lift that hammer up and reach it out. The arm and the leg are going to come towards each other. So the hammer comes towards the knee. Then I'm going to reach it back out, trying to find that height as I go. And then back in. 2 more here, and then we're going to get a little bit harder, guys. So stick around because we have one more move or one more series of movements that we need to do to create more challenge. Also, if anybody would like to participate in any of the videos, you can be here physically live with me if you'd like to be on camera. Or we can also do it as a split screen where it's showing me and it's showing you on half of the screen. I would love that participation. So message me and let me know that you would like to be involved, because these workouts are not necessarily just for me. These are all for you, and I want to provide you with the content, with the exercises, and with the answers to the questions that you have. All right, so now that you had that little bit of a rest, we're going to add into this. So what else are we going to add in to when we're in this face down position that could challenge your core more? That's right. It's a full plank. So from here, if you can't hold a full plank, don't worry. You can stay on your knees the whole time. You'll still get a good challenge out of it. But what we're going to do from here is we're going to reach our legs back and come into a full plank from here. My hands are just resting on the hammer. Now, remember when I said I was wobbling before? That's kind of what happens now. So now I'm going to reach one arm up, and I have to hold that plank. My body starts to want to lean to that one side. Totally okay. You just don't want to give into it. Bring that hand down. Now, if you've left already, you're missing out on this great stuff. Come back and watch. Reach that hand out from here. And for those of you who are sticking around watching it all, make sure you tell all your friends who were sitting there and they left and they're like, oh, this is nothing. Wait until they get to the full plank part. Arm reaches, and it comes down, and then the other arm is going to reach. And then drop your knees and rest your hands for a moment. Here's the magic of holding these hammers in your hands. You have extra weight, and you have extra length. And the combination of those two throws your balance off a lot more than if you were just holding a little hand weight or a ball or something that was small in your hands. It's that extra lever length with the added weight that creates an additional challenge that you wouldn't necessarily have using something else. All right, so now what we're going to do from here is we're going to actually reach the arm and the knee together like we did when we were just kneeling before, right? This becomes so much coordination, so much challenging, and if you can hammer this one out, then you can hold your own. All right, so you're going to lift yourself into a plank. All right, now we're going to reach one arm out. Now I'm going to have to take my opposite leg and bring it in as I bring that hammer in. Did you see I almost fell, right? Then I'm going to reach my foot back. Watch, I'm about to fall because I've been practicing all day, and reach that arm out. I've got to bring my hips back down into that plank. So I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to pull my foot in. The hammer comes to my knee. It's okay if my hips lift. It's just that when I come back out, I need to reach my hips back down into that plank. Look, I struggled to get my arm all the way up straight. Do one more here. This is tough, guys. So if you're trying it, it's not just you. Come down. We're going to do it on the other side. You rest your hand a little bit because it is a little bit hard to hold it down there, especially when you put more weight down in that hand. So it's not just you. I feel it as well. All right, hands come down. Hold your plank up again. Now from there, reach the opposite hand up. The other leg is going to come in. So what I find works best, pull my leg in first, bring my hammer to my knee. Then I'm going to move my leg back first and bring my arm forward as my hips reach back down. So I go leg, arm, leg, arm, one more, leg to arm, leg to arm, back down from there. Hey guys, you are such an awesome asset to all of my content. I couldn't do this, and I wouldn't do this if you were not here with me. Feel free to reach out anytime with questions that you might have or with content ideas. I would be happy to talk with you. Whether you're on camera or you're not, your ideas help me develop my content. Remember also, if you haven't already done so, go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Cindy Byer, and check out the options that are available for you to help donate towards this content from a financial perspective of only like $4 or even $9. That way I can help keep this content ad-free when it gets pulled up on YouTube. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much, and tune in tomorrow for some more. Bye-bye.